what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the film Gladiator 2. Now this again is directed by Ridley Scott, who also directed the original Gladiator film from 2000, because you know that particular film had like Russell Crowe in it. Now this particular film follows like Russell Crowe's character Maximus, like his son, follows his son known as Lucius, and he's played by a Paul Mescal, I think that's how you pronounce it. So he's actually like the protagonist of the film, because the film does open with like his home being invaded by the person known as General Acacius, and he's played by Pedro Pascal. Now he's like a Roman general who's leading his army into like where the area with where Lucius is living at, and at one point Lucius's like wife or whatever gets like murdered on the order of General Acacius. So as the film goes on, it's basically like a revenge tale. He's like he has such like hate and like he wants revenge like in his heart so hard, like Lucius. So that's why he wants to seek vengeance against General Acacius, who's played by Pedro Pascal. So that's basically what the film itself is about. But at the same time, there are like other things going on like in the film too as well. You have like Connie Nelson, who returns as Lucilla again too, and of course you know she's Lucius's mother, because you even get to see like flashbacks to the original Gladiator film. You know, you even get to see stuff that they pull from that particular film. Like I don't want to spoil it, but you do get to see like images of like Russell Crowe and stuff like that as Maximus. But it's like footage from like the original film. So she's also in the film too as well. Then you also have the supporting character known as Macrinus. Macrinus, I think that's how you pronounce it. And he's played by Denzel Washington. Now he's like a former slave and I think like a former gladiator who has risen in power, and he has like a plan to control Rome. But at the same time, now like he seems like he's like a good person, you know, because he's the one who brings in like Lucius and turns him into like a gladiator, like, so he can fight for him. He seems like a good person, but as the film goes on, you get to see that, I don't want to spoil it, but you can see like some of the evil things that he's like capable of, and I guess you could say it to a certain extent. He's like really like the antagonist of the film. And I know everybody's talking about like Denzel Washington's performance in this film, and he does really shine in this film. Like each scene that he's in, he does like just chew up the you know like the scenery. So I do think he did a pretty good job like in this particular film. And it does feel like he's like even though they have him like listed as like supporting actor, he does seem like he should be right after Paul Mescal, like listed right after him. Like if you're looking at the stars' names, he shouldn't be like Denzel Washington or anything like that. Like he's really that big of a presence in the film. It's not, it don't really feel like a co-starring type role, you know. But yeah, he's also in the film. There's like other people I want to touch on. Like you have like the two brothers, you know, as well. Like I think Emperor Geta, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Emperor Carosella. They're in the film too as well, because you could tell that Denzel Washington's character Macrinus, I think that's how you pronounce it. He has like an affiliation with them. He does make dealings with them, as far as like the gladiators go and stuff like that. But I guess you could say the bulk of the film itself, it is really about this Lucius wanting to seek revenge for his wife being killed, because there's even moments where he's asleep or whatever, and he's like in like, I guess like, I don't know if you call that like heaven or something like that, where they go at, you know, and they get to see like the afterlife kind of, you know, the people even tell them that they'll be waiting for him, like it's like a loved one that died or something like that, and tell them that they'll be waiting for him and stuff like that, because he does that a lot in the film, you know. But you do get to see moments of him as a kid, like when his mother turned him away, like sons him away, and of course he has like a grudge against her. Like I said, I don't want to go into all that because it kind of ruins some of like the plot stuff that's in the film, so I didn't want to go into all that as far as like their relationship goes, like when he does see her again. But I do believe that like all the performances were like well acted, and there are some explosive like action scenes in this film too as well, especially when it opens. But even throughout like, some of like the gladiator like battles and stuff, they are like very gory, like beheadings and like bloody. I even like some of the creatures that we saw too, like some of the monkeys. I think that this huge rhino, you could tell that they are like CGI like created too as well. That's one of the things that kind of stood out to me too as well, were these like extinct animals or something like that, because why would they use CGI for these particular animals? I guess to get them to do certain things that they were doing. But yeah, it can be like very explosive and like action packed, you know, and everything. It's pretty exciting film. I do feel that once it gets to like the third act of the film, that's when it seems like it started to kind of like drag, you know, and it started like falling apart. It's like, you know, there's just something kind of off with like the third act. But I thought like the first act and like the second act, you know, I thought all those were pretty good. And like I say, Denzel Washington's character Macrinus, he does really shine in the film. Like I said, he has like a big presence in the film too. You wouldn't think that he's like the co-star. You wouldn't think that he was like after like Pedro Pascal's character known as General Accius. You wouldn't think that he was like after him or Lucius. You would think he's kind of running with them because he has such a large role in the film. But overall though, I think it was pretty solid film. You know, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. You know, so I'm gonna give it like a solid B, and I would definitely recommend it for like fans of the first Gladiator film. And I'm hearing that Ridley Scott is also planning like a third Gladiator film too, as well, like a third one that was still like Father Lucius or something like that. But overall, I thought it was a pretty solid film. The look of it, like the cinematography, everything is filmed very well. You know, it looks awesome. You know, so I'm giving this a solid B. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.